Okay, hello traders and welcome to live trading session video. It's still Napan here, founder of Master of the Markets Elite Trades Conference and the Traders Open Day. So today in our live trading session video, where we go live in the markets, we're going to be looking at the topic of swing bars. Okay, we're going to be looking at swing bars, what they are, why should we trade it, and how can we trade it. Okay, so just before I go on to the screen, just a very quick pointer for you guys. If you have any questions at all of the video, of any strategy that you are doing or struggling to make your trading work, feel free to book a one-to-one session with us. At the session, what we'll do is you will take a trader personality test with us to see what strategies really fit your personality. You'll also get a video course that fits with your personality, and you will also trade live with us with one of our trader coaches as well. So go ahead, you can click on here on that button over there to get to your trader coach session. All right, so with that, let's go on to today's topic on swing bars. So here we are on the daily chart over here on cable. So what do we actually mean by swing bars? What do we actually mean by swing bars, traders? So what we actually mean by swing bars, what are they? They are basically the bars that make up a top or a bottom. So you see, if it is a bar that makes up a top or a bottom, ask yourself, in a move where it's a top to bottom move, let's say, like this, where the top has been confirmed and it keeps coming down, for a swing bar, you ask yourself, has it got to be the lowest point of the entire move? Or has it got to be in a middle point? Ask yourself that. So if I were to annotate that, so for example, here, let's take a look at the top to bottom moves. Something is coming back down here like this. So let's say it went up a little bit. Then after that, then it came back down. Then did that, okay? So if something did that, and let's say that was the confirmation bar that confirmed the top, then you have to then ask yourself which one here would be you would consider as a swing bar. Let's say then we got this, and then eventually we had this, and then that is there. So you tell me, in terms of a definition, in a top to bottom move like this, which is what we have drawn here, now where would your swing bar be? As I mentioned, the swing bar can only be the lowest or the highest part of a move. In this example, in a top to bottom, has it got to be the lowest or the middle or the top? Yes, as some of you have already got it right, it's got to be the lowest point of this entire move. So this cannot be the lowest point, isn't it, of the entire move, right? This also cannot be the lowest bar. Yes, this is one of the lowest points, but that low point got taken out by this bar. So as of now, in this entire move of top to bottom, this is the bar that is the lowest point of this entire move. And that can only be your swing bar, or as we call it, a potential swing bar. Because traders, you see, for something to be a bottom, it's got to be the lowest point, is it not? So that's why we say a swing bar has got to be the lowest or the highest point of a move. In a top to bottom move, it's got to be the lowest point, in this case over here. And then if it sustains its bottom and moves up higher and higher and higher, at some point it will confirm its bottom, and then we will say that is your swing bar. So initially, when we thought it was going to make the bottom, you won't know it's confirmed yet, but you're thinking it could be a potential swing bar of a high probability. You can then take it long towards the upside. Okay, so that covers the what are swing bars. Okay, now why should we be looking at them? Why should we be looking at them? Because as you and I know, if you can get more and more near to the bottom of a move, in a bottom to top move, so if I were to reduce the y-axis here, so you see, if I were to get more and more near to capturing a bottom. All that means is, traders, if I were to capture something more and more near to a bottom like this, or even on the second bar like that, all that means is that from this point of entry, I will have a larger distance to capture. So from here or here, you see, I've got this amount of distance to capture. So in other words, why should we be looking at entering on swing bars? Because we will get a higher open equity. Okay, so that is why we look at swing bars or potential swing bars. Now, how would you look to trade them? Now, different ways, but I will show you some ways in a live trading environment on an intraday chart, and you can cross apply that principle onto any chart as well, even on the daily, monthly, weekly, whatever it may be, or as a position trade as well. So let's take a look now on, let's say, the 4-hour over here. Now, as you can see, we got almost a top confirming around here, where we would say the open equity is more to the downside. If I would look at the 1 hour on an intraday basis, you can see that the stretch line today got taken out to the top first and then to the bottom. Okay, so it rejected and came to the bottom. Remember, the opposite stretch is usually a bit more powerful. Usually it would fall in a much more faster velocity as well, because time has passed by. So in this case, traders over here, what we can see is that if we were to apply the point of swing bars, and let's say you were looking at this point over here, whether it could be a potential swing bar, and then we'll go to current uh, data at the moment. See, if this was your intraday chart and you're looking at if this could be your potential swing bar and if it could move further up, at this point, yes, it's valid. First of all, on a daily move, it's a bottom to top. But the only thing you've got to get concerned about is that it did take out this stretch point. This all seems valid. Where you enter, probably the high of the bar and an initial stop loss for the low. Okay, probably in this case over here, that you wouldn't have been triggered probably into that, and then it went further down. That is in towards capturing a bottom. Okay, now you can apply that same principle you see over here as well. If you can look, that is a PSWB, again, potential swing bar. Took out the stretch point, came back down here, PSWB, lowest point of the entire move, right? And then entry for the high, stop loss for the low, and you can write this clean move over there towards your range potential or your range targets. Okay, so that's how I would trade it, as one way of trading it. Look into different ways of how you could look into trading it as well. Remember, if you're an intraday trader, one of the ways that we talked about is the range. Once it's done its range, you don't need to look at any more potential swing bars occurring. For example, here, it's already done its range for today of 70 pips. If I look on the daily chart, that would be probably 77 pips, which is done 56 pips of range already. Okay. Right, I guess that's pretty much what I wanted to cover for today. So what are swing bars, the lowest and highest point of a move? Why look at them? Because you can have more open equity. That means more move to capture and therefore more consistent profits. How would you trade them? I showed you one way. When you're looking at a stretch line, you're looking at a PSWB, entering on the high and a stop loss for the opposite part of the bar. Okay, so that's how you could look at that. Looking at other currencies for today, dollar Swiss on the daily chart. Let's take a look at that. On the 1 hour, what do we actually have? We had the upward move towards the upside over here. Stretch being taken out. Again, you can see that that is a PSWB bar, right? The lowest point of the entire move over here on the top to bottom over here. That's one. What else is another? You can see euro dollar on the 1 hour as well. Stretch taken to the upside, then opposite stretch. PSWB was here, but couldn't have triggered you, went further down after that. Okay. Right, I guess that's pretty much that for me on this session. Just a recap over here, any questions at all that you may have, you can always go onto this page, book your one-to-one coaching session, and also we'll go through your trader personality test, free video course that tailors according to your personality, and also trade live with you, and also teach you strategies that only take 15 minutes a day, in other words, end of day strategies. Also, just as I remember that, if you want to get further notifications of us going live in front of you, and you can ask questions live as well, interact live as well, always feel free to subscribe onto our YouTube channel, and you can see on the subscribe button at the bottom. Okay. And for the coaching session, the links are all at the bottom as well. It's been an immense pleasure to present this to you. So reflect on swing bars and see how you can incorporate it into your trading strategies as well. And as we always say, till the next time, stay disciplined, follow your trading plan, and keep trading like